Yeah.
And I love the action scenes in here when Thing destroyed the stadium, when he's throwing down with Reed, when Sue blasts Johnny's hands with the bucket of water. You could totally see there's a lot of power in those panels.
Yeah, there's a lot of movement, a lot of action. It's good. It does have a lot of action. You can clearly tell what's going on.
I liked some of the great uses for Mr. Fantastic's powers.
Yeah.
Thing turned him into a slingshot. He steals missiles from underneath a jet. He turns into a road in the jungle and snares a bunch of rebels walking
Reed
across
Richards
him.
is Rambo.
And Reed blankets the area with his body to find Sue.
Body, but I think Reed Richards should have had like a black bandana on and maybe some face paint just to make the whole Rambo thing happen.
Reed was really on it.
This was the weird one. That was a weird one. When he literally bends his fingers out. Those are his fingers, right?
Yeah, those are his fingers
into
going
the ground.
He
sticks his
like
fingers
roots
into the ground.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Roots.
Like roots. He's looking for the power source on the hate monger's ray.
For
Turns
the
into
power
a
cells.
fruit by the foot.
Yes, he's a fruit roll up. He's a fruit by the foot.
I liked him. I definitely think he's being thought out more and more fleshed out with his abilities, and just you can have a lot of fun with someone who can form himself into different kinds of object shapes, sizes. The way you can go about using him and the way they're doing it as the issues go on, I enjoy it. I like it.
So we've got Johnny acting like a teenager in a couple places here, which is one of the things that in the writing I really like. He was throwing fire darts at Spider-Man's picture.
Yes.
And Reed suckers him into turning off his flame and fighting him by calling him chicken. This is the kind of thing that a teenager you can do, right? What did you think of Johnny behaving like a teenager?
Well, I mean,
of the 50s, before there were drugs or any kind of thing.
I feel like as smart as Reed Richards is, that was probably either the most simplest and easiest way you probably could have dealt with that. Because, like, what else can you really do? He's a kid. Yeah, you're gonna look at him and be like, come on, you're gonna do this? Let's go hand to hand.
That's one of the things I liked about this. Johnny is a very distinct character. Sue is very feminine in here, even though she does some really creative things with invisibility. She doesn't have her force field yet. That's next issue. But she stole the water bucket, poured out Johnny's flames. She was invisible to do it, so she wasn't noticed by Johnny or the guy that he was stealing the bucket from. She unhooked the slingshot Reed, causing a backlash, knocking Thing, Torch, and Mr. Fantastic over when she's under the hate ray.
But she spends the bulk of her time checking out new wigs to look more beautiful. Don't tell the woman of The View on this. These women on The View would go ballistic if they knew that a woman was acting like what we thought a woman should act.
Well, she's acting like a woman of the time period. It makes total sense.
I do think it's funny that it's the invisible woman that is all into the aesthetics and all that. Because, she's doing her hair and she's getting dresses and all this and that, but they're not going to see her.
No.
So,
is this the first time you've seen Nick Fury, boss?
I've seen him in the movies.
You've seen him in the movies?
Yes, I've seen him in the movies. I've not seen him in the comics yet.
And how different did he look in the movies than this guy?
I mean...
And don't be racist.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's got like untied... he's
got less of a tan.
Yeah, he's got a purple, or not a purple, a freaking yellow suit. So, no, I'm joking.
And it
is a big, like, it was a random thing that hit me out of nowhere, though. I was like, wait a second, is that the actual Fury?
How is that Nick Fury?
Yeah, I was like, is that the original Fury?
That is the original Nick Fury. The Fury in the movies is now his son in the comic. That's why he's black and
wait, that's how they did it?
Yeah.
I thought it was just because it was
Samuel L. Jackson.
I thought it was just Ultimate Universe.
Yes.
Oh, wow. I thought it was
Samuel
just
L. Jackson is the son of Nick Fury.
So they made a connection between Samuel L. Jackson and the white
Nick Fury? Oh, wow, that's interesting.
Yes.
That's your sixth fun fact.
Let's tie this up with yay or nay. For Hate Monger, I love his costume. It's like a combination Ku Klux Klan and executioner from like medieval times. He has crazy stuff like huge hate rays, and he bounces things off the moon. He's right up my alley for a bad guy. He gets a big yay from me. So now let's hear from Shades.
He's good. He's a little obvious. I would have made him a handsome kind of guy, with a white robe, I wouldn't have put him in a KKK purple, suit like that and doing. He was
I love the
I don't
Hitler is
know.
perfect for Kirby poses.
Why is he? If he has a hate ray, why do any speech? Just shoot the hate ray and watch
Because
society
he's Hitler,
fall.
and Hitler likes to show off.
Oh, okay, so that's why. So that's why we love him. He likes to make speeches, and he's okay. I want to remember him in this Spider-Man series when I first began reading comic books back in the 70s. But he was in Spider-Man, and it was cool. Of course, I was younger then, but it was cool. And it was not Jack Kirby, but it must have been John Romita.
Well, okay, so we got one yay and one...
Well, I'm not sure I'm saying yay, but yeah. I mean, if he gets sucked into the negative zone, I'm not going to care.
Okay, so we have one yay and one nay. So, Boss,
a soft yay.
So, Boss, what do you got?
I'd say as a villain, he's maybe like top 4 villain, top 3 villain out of all the ones we've seen so far. Other than that, I'm not too keen about his outfit. It's interesting. Nice choice, I guess. The colors don't. I think that's what I don't jive with is the colors, especially.
You don't like the color purple? That's what brought shades to work today.
Is that what it did?
I like the color purple, but just like giving him the Aquaman arms and then the purple on top of that with the boots. I don't know. He needs more drip, I guess. Well, actually, one thing I did enjoy was at the very end they did a Scooby-Doo like
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, who is this under the mask? Let's pull it off and find out.
Dun, dun,
He would have
dun.
gotten away with it if it wasn't for those meddling superheroes.
Exactly.
Meddling fantastic.
Stan had a way of uniting both sides. No one is going to be pro Adolf Hitler. The hate monger is an idea that you can use over and over again. Yeah, Hitler's the perfect guy to start it, but as we've seen throughout Marvel history, Hitler doesn't have to be the only hate monger. It's an idea Stan set in here that plays well with any Marvel hero, because all the Marvel heroes are going to be opposed to bigotry and all that kind of thing. FF21, so we all got one thing to say to you folks.
Be fantastic.
I love racing cars, chasing girls, and lighting on fire. That's why they call me the Human Torch.